People who are involved in rape or domestic violence often get sentenced less jail than people who are in possession or selling marijuana. Have you ever heard of anyone overdosing on marijuana? Or someone killing someone in a car accident because they were high on weed? No, because it's nearly impossible to overdose on weed, and car accidents with high drivers rarely ever happen. CNN News reported a young 3-month-old baby named Charlotte that got diagnosed with a rare form of epilepsy called Dravet syndrome and wasn't able to be treated with medication. Charlotte was destined for death until they used a liquidated form of marijuana and seizures stopped. Mar- um, Marijuana saved Charlotte's life. Marijuana, also known as cannabis, is a plant and is smoked or baked can cause a high and increase of appetite. Knowing the basics of marijuana use will make you more knowledgeable and understanding on why we should legalize it. After listening to my speech, the audience will know the different ways marijuana is used medically, how it's less harmful than tobacco and alcohol, and the costly impact it's having on the United States in keeping it legal. What are the different ways marijuana is used medically? People who are cancer patients, anorexic, or even people that suffer from extreme nausea are prescribed marijuana to stop the nausea and increase the appetite of the patients. Marijuana is used to help nausea, especially when cancer patients, and has been approved by the FDA since 1985 and has been effective ever since then. Many medical marijuana cases treat epilepsy. Epilepsy is a neurological disease which can cause seizures and or loss of consciousness. Marijuana has reduced many of those cases and saved lives. More than 2.3 million Americans live with epilepsy. About 1 million of these patients suffer uncontrollable seizures, a life-altering condition that prevents or makes difficult daily life, caring for children, preparing food, or sustaining a job and career. Marijuana is also used to help people with Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a mental deterioration that usually happens at middle or old age. Cannabis fights inflammation that comes with Alzheimer's. It also stimulates cell growth, which slows down Alzheimer's. Results from the World Health Organization shows that marijuana is less dangerous than both alcohol and tobacco. This information isn't new, but the discrepancy that marijuana is 114 times less dangerous is definitely a new finding. How is marijuana less harmful than tobacco and alcohol? No one has ever reported an overdose on marijuana because it is rarely impossible, while if you can drink too much alcohol and possibly die. Studies show that you have to smoke over 1,500 pounds of marijuana in 15 minutes to overdose. Alcohol kills many Americans every year from a variety of different reasons. Marijuana hasn't killed anyone. In fact, it heals rather than hurts. Alcohol kills 88,000 people a year in the US. It's not even a medicine. No one has ever died from cannabis, ever. Marijuana doesn't have side effects besides it's making you high, while tobacco has many harmful side effects that can kill you. The American Lung Association states that 4,800,000 deaths in the US are caused by tobacco use, and still no one has been killed by marijuana. Legalizing marijuana on a federal level would provide economic benefits for the US in the billions, precisely at a time when the federal economy needs a major boost. It's not just the feds, however, who would benefit. Legalization would provide top-down economic improvements in local communities, state coffers, and more. The impact the cost of keeping marijuana illegal has on the US. It would increase tax revenues for the government. Average annual trade in marijuana is estimated at 113 billion, which represents nearly 45 billion in taxes slipping through the government's fingers, according to Harvard economist Jeffrey Myron. It's costing the government a lot of money to keep marijuana illegal. It is costing the government 20 billion a year to keep marijuana illegal. It would also cut prison spending. and criminal activity would go down. An established 1 in 4 are in prison solely because of nonviolent drug offenses, including possession sales and repeated offenses related to marijuana. Marijuana is a plant and has been used for a very, very long time, and since 1935 it has become an illegal drug. Criminal records have gone up, America has become more in debt, and more non needed violence has been created. Marijuana users stay in jail longer than people that rape women and even domestic violent cases. Alcohol and tobacco kill many lives every year. Marijuana doesn't kill anyone. Marijuana saves lives every year. Alcohol and tobacco kills. Which one should be illegal?